Sup YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure you are subscribed. And we're gonna be checking out Dragapult versus Blissey today. People wanted to be seeing some more action from the Sapporo Champions League over in Japan with some new decks in action, and that's exactly what we're gonna be showcasing today. So we already see the prize cards here. Dragapult does have 2 Dreepies in the prize cards, and there are a couple of Pokégears prized for the Blissey player, but I'm very excited to be showcasing this match. I have not watched it, so it's gonna be my first impression, and we're gonna be going through the gameplay situation while the players are commencing into a best of 1 series. So hopefully you guys are excited. If you are, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in ridiculous ways. You have no idea. So this actually happened a couple of weeks ago, where of course the Twilight Masquerade cards are already legal in Japan, and a very underrated deck currently is Blissey EX with the Munkidori. So the Blissey player will go first. We do see here they do start with a Dreepy, and they're just gonna attach onto that Blissey. And the cool thing is that Blissey can actually, with the DTE, start swinging as soon as the second turn, and with a high amount of Cheren scare and the ability that Blissey EX comes back with, so you can put 1 basic energy from 1 Pokemon to another. You're gonna be doing a lot of crazy things, and this is one of the most underrated decks from Twilight Masquerade, but it could actually be very, very good. So let's just see how this will commence. So now back to the Dragapult player. We do see an Arven here, one of the stronger supporters to have on the first turn, going second, and they're gonna go for Buddy PAF. And I think this is a list. I don't know if it's with Natu or it's gonna be with Pidgeot. We're gonna have to figure that out together. And we also see that they are playing Luminion, so they're checking their prize cards quite quickly with the meat. And I think it's going to be a Xatu engine for the Dreepy, actually Dragapult deck. And let me know in the comments below which deck you are most excited for. For me personally, it's going to be Raging Bull with Ogerpon EX. I did showcase some deck lists a couple of days ago, and the Twilight Masquerade set comes back with so many incredible cards that it's going to be changing up the game quite tremendously, because Dragapult is going to be a tier 1 deck. There's going to be some rogue decks popping up like Raging Bolt, Ogerpon, Blissey EX, Greninja EX archetype. So a very great set for competitive players all alike. And with more A-spec cards, for example, Unfair Stamp and all that, we're going to have such a great time with the Twilight Masquerade content. The opponent actually went for a Buddy PAF and also an TM Evolution. So that's pretty interesting. And also you should note is that if the Dragapult player only has 2 Dreepy available, they're not going to have that much draw power. So if the Blissey player is playing something like Disruption, Iono Judge and something, that could really cripple the Dragapult player, as they only have access to 2 Dreepies currently. There's 2 of them prized. And a Natu pops up as well. The Natu is going to be able to evolve into Xatu for some additional energy acceleration. There's the TM Evo as well. So we're going to be seeing a turn 1 TM Evo for Xatu and Dracloak most likely, or 2 Xatus as well. That could also be the case. I probably would go for Xatu and a Dracloak, but that's exactly what they're doing here. So that means that next turn they will most likely be able to attack, even if they don't have Dragapult EX in the active. They can still retreat and go with that acceleration of the Xatu first. So acceleration of Xatu, fire attachment of turn, even dig a little bit deeper, so Xatu can draw 2 cards, Dracloak can look at the top 2 cards of the deck, allow you to put 1 in the hand, 1 on the bottom of the deck. So lots of stuff going on. Now we do see that the deck is filled with Blissey, full of Turo and Cheren scare, so that's going to be very hard to deal with. Blissey EX also comes back with a monstrous 300 HP. I'm very curious to see which A-spec card is going to be the one that they decide to play in the Blissey deck. It could be Scoop Up Cyclone, it could be Unfair Stamp. For all I know, I currently have no idea which A-spec they're going to be playing in the Blissey deck. So that makes it very excited. And hopefully you guys are having a great time while we, of course, check out some battles here. Twilight Masquerade actually comes out next week. And we're going to be opening up a booster box. We're going to be playing a lot of games on TCG Live. So definitely some stuff you don't want to be missing out on. So the DTE attachment of the turn and an Iono straight from the get-go. So a monstrous 300 HP. Blissey EX, I think, also slaps 160 now. I think it's 180, but with the DTE turns it into 160, which is still not that bad of a damage output. And that's going to allow you to 2-shot most things in the format. Okay, there is an Artisan. And they're going to get out They're debating on whether they want a Munkidori or, yeah. It's gonna be a monkey, no, it's gonna be a Chansey, no Munkidori. The Munkidori is also super useful to heal off as well, by the way. So you get damage, Munkidori comes back with an ability allowing you to put 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to the Pokemon of your opponent's side of the field. So that could do a lot of serious things. So definitely for healing. Let's say you have like 4 Munkidoris out all together with a Darkness Energy, you could be healing off like 120 and put it on the opponent's active, which is kind of, or actually on the bench, whatever you feel like. So it's gonna be pretty hilarious. There's a Turbo Energized TM, and they're actually not attacking the little Dreepy over here. Instead, they went for additional energy acceleration, which I personally don't mind, because the more darkness energies there are in play, the more you can put them on the Munkidoris to then start spreading damage, which is way scarier than ever before. Because if opponents uses the Dragapult EX to put some damage on one of the opponent's side of the field, they can just put it back on the opponent with, of course, the help of the Munkidoris and the ability of Blissey, allowing you to put those darkness energies on the Munkidoris to then start using those abilities. So Dragapult player gets out the Sushi Master itself, Tatsugiri, and that's gonna help them to get supporters when they get Iono to a low hand size when that happens. And there's gonna be, yeah, they're debating on whether they want to be using the Nest Ball or not. Let's see. Okay. It's just going to be Tatsugiri. They're not going back in the deck. They're going to be using the Dracloak first, I suppose. So Dracloak, get 1 card into the hand. You have the option of seeing the top 2 cards, put 1 in hand, put 1 on the bottom. But first, they're going to go for Xatu. So Xatu just instantly draws 2 cards while accelerating energies. And Xatu seems to be the more popular build for Dragapult players. Now, the Dracloak ability, it's an option between Xatu and Iono. They still need the Dragapult, so maybe they're going to be saving the Iono here, so that makes sense. No, they're going to go for the Xatu, so more draw power. Do they have the Dracloak in play already, or do they already have it? Yeah, there's Rare Candy, Dragapult EX. They have the Fire Energy raw in hand, so what more could you need? And a second Xatu appears as well. And now we're going to be seeing the power of the Phantom Dive of the Dragapult EX, being able to swoop the opponent's field, 200 on the active, and then 6 damage counters on the opponent's side of the field, on the bench, wherever you feel like. So also Luminions are going to be getting a supporter of choice. Which supporter do they really want here? They are eyeing up the Arven. Arven could get themselves another tool card and an item card. Do they actually need that? They're gonna go for the Arven. Arven, what would you want with the Arven? They're using the Arven, of course. And I always love the fact that the people from Japan are playing with all these beautiful sleeves. So they are better quality than the ones from the ETBs that we're getting, that's for sure. Okay. What would you need? Are there any more tool cards in this list? There could be potentially a random Heroescape as the ace pack of choice. There could be... I've also seen sometimes Choice Belt in the Dragapult lists. They're gonna get out the Earthen Vessel to get some more energies from the deck, while you can then accelerate with Xatu, but they already have Psychic on the Dracloak on the bench, so I don't know if that is the strongest idea. TM Devolution, though, I'm a big fan of. So they're gonna get out, I think it's a Rescue Board. A Rescue Board. And they're actually debating on which card to get now. They're gonna get an Ultra Ball. They're eyeing up the Ultra Ball to maybe get out another Dragapult EX, so you have tanky situations where the opponent is not able to like simply gust up a Dracloak and knock that out. There's the Rescue Board coming onto a Xatu, allowing it to have some free retreat action going. And yeah, the Rescue Board is a great card, however. So they're going to be using the Ultra Ball, getting rid of the Nest Ball, and I think it's another Dracloak, seeing the discard pile, and with that, the Dragapult EX number 2 will appear. They can, of course, with an Arven also get the TM Devo. TM Devo will be a strong strategy to, of course, knock out multiple Blizzies or Chanseys at the same time, even though if they get devolved and then get knocked out, they are only going to give up 1 prize card. So that's a little bit of a tricky situation. Here they go, 206 damage counters going onto that Chansey. The basic Chanseys also have, I think, over 100 HP, so they're pretty tanky monsters, that's for sure. Okay, what are they gonna do now? I think it's an Artisan. They're eyeing up another Chansey. I haven't seen any Munkidori here. Munkidori, could allow them, they actually evolved like their entire board, so the Munkidoris will be less useful, but they also come back to have more damage output for the Blissey. And the cool thing is that Blissey comes back with the attack return, meaning that if you slap damage, you can draw cards until you have 6 in hand after you slap damage, which is always great to refill your hand. Even though like you can play up your hand empty with like, something like Ultra Ball and playing out all your cards, you can then draw back up to 6 with that attack. So Blissey, super underrated in the Twilight Masquerade format. So we do see an Arven. So Arven getting so much played these days. Definitely because the tools are getting more and more strong. So if we take a look at the tools that we currently have, TM Evo, TM Devo, TM, there's also the hand loop item card. I don't know if that is the way it's pronounced over in English, but it's a tool card that allows you to put an energy from an attacking Pokemon to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if they slap damage into you, so if they attack Blissey and this tool card is equipped, you can actually put an energy attached to your opponent's attacking active Pokemon to one of their bench Pokemon, and that could be pretty disruptive if you like put some, let's say, a fire energy onto a Luminion or something. That could be really hilarious. So they're gonna be slapping damage, I suppose. And there's also the Munkidori, where they're able to put 3 damage counters on. They're gonna be targeting down Luminion, lowering down that hit point so you can knock it out with that return in combination with that DTE. The Blissey still has 200 damage onto it, so they're debating to sacrifice that, I suppose, or maybe they could also. I think Blissey has a ridiculous amount of retreat cost, so they're just gonna be swinging damage, and the return also allows them to get 5 additional cards because you can draw back up to 6. So the Dragapult number 1 is heavily damaged. And they were also able to heal off 3 damage because of the Munkidori having a Darkness energy. And you should know is that Blissey comes back with an ability allowing you to put a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another one. So as soon as you get like a lot of Darkness energies in play, the Munkidoris get more and more powerful. So we did see that ability from the Dracloak, allowing us to draw a little bit deeper into the deck. And they're debating here. They need. They can also attack again with Dragapult, but it's going to be giving up 2 prize cards. Can they use Boss's orders on the other Blissey? So there is a lot of damage. No, they're just gonna knock it out. I'm gonna be putting 6 damage counters. Where do you want the 6 damage counters? On the other Chansey. That makes sense. Time again. So let's go. The Dragapult player was able to take the first 2 prize cards. They were able to get a Dreepy. So we will see an additional Dreepy hit the field as soon as this Dragapult is knocked out. And of course, with Blissey now having a second Munkidori. So these Artisans getting more and more of these useful Pokemon in play. You can go for the Chanseys or you can go for Munkidoris. And Munkidoris, as mentioned, there's now 3 of them on the field, meaning potentially you could be putting 90 damage on your side of the field all the way back to your opponent, and that could knock out something like the Dracloak, which is very scary. That means you can knock out Dracloak and you can knock out Dragapult all at the same time, but I don't know if they have enough energies to pull it off. Currently, I don't think so. I think they can only put 6 damage counters, so 3 per Munkidori, because they will also need, if they move the Darkness energy from the Blissey to a Munkidori, they will need an additional Darkness energy, so they're probably going to be just attaching the Darkness energy to... Yeah, Blissey will survive a hit, so you can just definitely get away with attaching it to a Munkidori, and then you can heal 60 damage. Who needs Cheren Scare and all that stuff when you can instantly already heal 60? With that being said, the Dragapult player will now have to like divide all their damage because yeah, the Munkidori only allows you to select 1 Pokemon, I suppose. So the damage from 1 Pokemon. So if you divide it a little bit, like 2 to 2, sometimes the damage could stick. Here they go. They're gonna be slapping damage and they're gonna be getting an energy onto... Yeah, they're actually putting damage on the Dracloak. Yeah, that's exactly what happened because of the Munkidori. And they're gonna be switching out the Darkness energy. Oh, that's also a cool thing. For every Munkidori, like 1 Darkness energy, then use the ability of Blissey, then use the ability of Blissey. The Dracloak is gone, folks. So that's something you could do with the Blissey deck. As you see, with doubling up the ability of the Blissey here, they were now able to, yeah, take 3 prize cards altogether and no more Dragapult and, yeah, Dracloaks or Dreepies in play, which is very, very scary. That's a 3 prize turn for the Blissey deck. That's definitely something we definitely need to check out here. The Blissey deck is super underrated, but it looks so fun to be playing around with. So Xatu, the ability, accelerating to the Dreepy, and yeah, they could wait for it. Maybe they have an unfair stamp, which would be perfectly timed right about now, because if they're not doing that, the opponent could just Pokégear into a Boss's Orders, or maybe they have Boss's Orders already lined up. There's also Energy Lotto in the Blissey deck, by the way. So here comes an Earthen Vessel, getting himself 2 more energies. Also wonder what the Radiant card of choice is. Some people play Radiant Alakazam, other people play Radiant Serena. I've seen Radiant Charizard sometimes popping up in the Dragapult deck as well. But here they come, free retreat into the Tatsugiri with the ability, looking at the top 6 cards of the deck, and you can get 1 supporter you find there. I did see there was an Iono, which is also not too bad, and they're playing Radiant Alakazam for people that were wondering. Alright, there goes the attach of the turn on the Drippy. And they will most likely play the Iono down. Temple of Sinnoh as well. Whoa, that's actually not bad, but although if the opponent whiffs, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because of the strong ability that Blissey has. They can put a basic energy from the Munkidori all the way to the Blissey in the active position, and then they can still attack even if Temple of Sinnoh is in play. Something like an Enhanced Hammer would have been way better, I suppose, but then again, there's 2 Blissey EX, and every Blissey EX can use that powerful ability. So, here comes the Nest Ball. Yeah, there's only gonna be 1 Dreepy, so if a Balsasaurus comes down, the game is set and match. Radiant Alakazam, I don't know if you really want to be using that, but it does thin out the deck. There is a Rotom. Not too shabby here because you're not planning to attack this turn, so you might as well draw a little bit with the Insta Charge. Here we go, Insta Charge for 3 cards. And you do see that the Blissey actually has the advantage because of the crazy amount of healing. So super odd before they go for Insta Charge. They're going to be getting back a Dreepy. And they're debating on whether they want to be putting the energies back to Dreepy. 2 Dreepies are better than 1. Although, yeah, you're gonna be losing the game if a 2-prizer hits the field, so it's probably better to just go Dreepy, Energy, Dragapult indeed. So they're shuffling that back in with the Super Rod, with the high intention of drawing into these cards with the Insta Charge. Temple of Sinnoh is still in town, so here comes the Insta Charge. 3 cards. So Rotom seeing so much play. Like, who remembers Zacian V, by the way, from the Sword and Shield days? Okay, let's see what the Blissey player can do. They currently are all healed up, I suppose, so no more damage spread going around. What are they able to do? There's a Arven for Pokégear and the Survival Cost Ace-Pack card. Survival Cost Ace-Pack card is, yeah, a very strong tool card that if you equip it to a Pokemon and it is one-shotted, it is actually not one-shotted and its remaining HP becomes 10 instead. I don't know if that's the strongest card you could play in a Blissey deck, but I suppose with Cheren there and one-shot decks that could potentially be out there, that's actually not too shabby. So they knock out the Tatsugiri, and now it's back to the Dragapult player. Also, they should worry is that if they attack into the Blissey and currently in the active position, it actually will be slapping away the energy it has. One of the energies will go to one of the bench Pokemon, which most likely will be a bench hitter like Rotom Lumineon, which is kind of annoying to deal with. Okay, they do have Unfair Stamp. I did see that in their deck, so if they're able to grab that, that would be superb. So they're going to be a Rare Candy, Dragapult EX, and will we find Unfair Stamp? That's the question, right? If not, they're just, yeah, they have Arven. Arven's gonna be draw power. You could slap 200 damage on the active and then 6 wherever you feel like. But I think with 2 Blissey EXs out and 3 Munkidoris where they're able to spread basic energy to another Munkidori, from the other Munkidori to the other Munkidori, there's gonna be a lot of crazy things happening where they're gonna be able to put 90 damage back onto a Pokemon of choice. And there is a lone Dreepy waiting in the back, which is a very, very scary thing to see. Is that Scoop Up Cyclone or is it Unfair Stamp? I think it's Scoop Up Cyclone, right? TM Devo. Is that... TM Devo, can that do anything? Is that a Scoop Up Cyclone or is it an Unfair Stamp? I really can't tell currently, so... there is a Collapsed Stadium. They're gonna get rid of the Lumineon that has damage already. They're gonna be promoting the Dragapult EX, and they're rolling up their sleeves for the attack of the Phantom Dive. 6 damage on the Blissey, so This is a very scary situation. If they have balls, they can technically win by using, oh yeah, the activation of the tool card. So they're going to be putting the fire energy on the Rotom. So super annoying for sure. And now it's back to the Blissey player. Yeah, okay. Let's see what they have cooking with. So I really love the fact that you can play around with these Munkidori abilities. That's so cool. You need to activate 3 Munkidori abilities to knock out a Dreepy, or you can use one of them on the Rotom and then use Balsasaur. So they're going to be Ultra Balling. Do they have Lumineon in the deck? Probably not, right? There's a Mew EX. Mew EX could help with some draw power. There's also additional, they're actually going to go for another Blissey EX. So the Mew EX can help in situations where you get Iono'd or judged into low hand sizes or reset stamped, or actually unfair stamped, I would say, to then draw back up with that Mew EX. Okay, there's a Pokégear. Balsasaur is game. Ladies and gentlemen, will they find it? There's the boss. Yeah, that's gonna be game, set, and match. They're gonna be going for Boss's orders on the Rotom. They're gonna be using the Munkidori to put 3 damage counters from one of the Pokemon to the Rotom. And they're gonna be giving the final blow with the return attack for the last 2 prize cards. And the Blissey EX player will demolish the Dragapult. So even though Dragapult is tier 1, tier S, there is still hope in the format with lots of rogue decks. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in ridiculous ways. You have no idea. Hopefully you enjoyed this run through of Blissey versus Dragapult. And as usual, be sure to check out our sponsors that make the video possible. DragonShield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. You can use the coupon ZAPLIST5 for 5% off. There's YourPlaymat.com to create your own unique custom playmat. Botan Store for your TCG Live code card needs. They will have Twilight Masquerade codes up very soon, so check the website in about 5 days and you're gonna be happy. And there's also cardmarket.com for European players, where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG content. Peace!